Namo Pha. Good morning. Thanks for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fifth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I vow to cultivate good health, both physical and mental, for myself, my family, and my society by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. I will ingest only items that preserve peace, well-being, and joy in my body, in my consciousness, and in the collective body and consciousness of my family and society. I'm determined not to use alcohol or any other items that contain toxins, such as certain TV programs, magazines, books, films, and conversations. I'm aware that to damage my body or my consciousness with these poisons is to betray my ancestors, my parents, my society, and future generations. I will work to transform violence, fear, anger, and confusion in myself and in society by practicing a diet for myself and for society. I understand that a proper diet is crucial for self-transformation and the transformation of society. For our Dharma lesson, we're reading Ajahn Chah's book, Everything is Teaching Us, and we're continuing in his talk, Monastery of Confusion. I've often taught that tranquility is stillness. Flowing is wisdom. We practice meditation to calm the mind and make it still. Then it can flow. In the beginning, we learn what still water is like and what flowing water is like. After practicing for a while, we will see how these two support each other. We have to make the mind calm, like still water. Then it flows. Both being still and flowing, this is not easy to contemplate. We can understand that still water doesn't flow. We can understand that flowing water isn't still. But when we practice, we take hold of both of these. The mind of a true practitioner is like still water that flows, or flowing water that's still. Whatever takes place in the mind of a Dharma practitioner is like flowing water that is still. To say that it is only flowing is not correct. To say that it is only still is not correct. Ordinarily, still water is still and flowing water flows, but when we have experience of practice, our minds will be in this condition of flowing water that is still. This is something we've never seen. When we see flowing water, it is just flowing along. When we see still water, it doesn't flow. But within our minds, it will really be like this, like flowing water that is still. In our Dharma practice, we have samadhi, or tranquility, and wisdom mixed together. We have morality, meditation, and wisdom. Then, wherever we sit, the mind is still and it flows. Still, flowing water. With meditative stability and wisdom, tranquility and insight, it's like this. The Dharma is like this. If you have reached the Dharma, then at all times you will have this experience, being tranquil and having wisdom, flowing yet still yet flowing. Whenever this occurs in the mind of one who practices, it is something different and strange. It is different from the ordinary mind that one has known all along. Before, when it was flowing, it flowed. When it was still, it didn't flow, but was only still. The mind can be compared to water in this way. Now it has entered a condition that is like flowing water being still. Whether standing, walking, sitting, or lying down, it is like water that flows, yet is still. If we make our minds like this, there is both tranquility and wisdom. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me today.